Hello everybody, welcome to today's demonstration. This is a recording of a 45-minute overview of Credo Online Reference service for the public library community. We bring you through a brief PDF to hit the high points of Credo Reference, and then we're going to dive into a live demonstration of the platform. If you have any questions about today's demonstration, or if you'd like any type of follow-up email, including links to things that I demonstrated in today's demonstration, just write to support@credoreference.com and we will get back to you. All right. So let's begin the demonstration by asking the question, what is Credo Online Reference Service? So what it is a research starting point. Think of us sort of as an academic alternative to Wikipedia. When you're dealing with people in your community that are trying to do serious research for the first time, meaning that first step away from Wikipedia or that first step away from just Google, knowing that they have to do academic level research, they have to be certain that the information that they're looking at is fact-based, Credo Reference is the ideal starting point for that group. The public library, you deal with every age group. We have content to help your average 10-year-old start research or your average 65-year-old trying to do research on the internet for the first time. Come here to get basic, fact-based background information that is not editable. We also have some tools to help research be a little bit more efficient, a little bit easier, and maybe a little bit more fun for any of these users as well. So at the heart of Credo Reference is a title list. Reference books. What are reference books? They are encyclopedias, dictionaries, atlases, fact books. So when you're running a search in Credo, what you're really doing is running a search in about anywhere from 800 to 1200 full text encyclopedias, dictionaries, and atlases. Our content is multi-publisher. Credo does not publish. We take content from over 100 different publishers. And we include any images or multimedia files that those ebooks contain. Everything that you're going to find in your collection will be cited with 4 different citation formats available. You have well over 500,000 images, about 1,900 multimedia files. I'm going to show you how to find that when researching with Credo. Here are a handful of the publishers that we currently work with, and hopefully some of these publishers are familiar to you. I'm sure the children's librarians in the room know DK. DK also has some excellent adult reference. We have Penguin, Barron's, test prep materials, general reference materials, and subject-specific materials by the hundreds, and we're going to take a look at individual titles in a little bit. I use this slide to demonstrate that Credo Reference can be either a database that you search all of our content all at once with one big search box, or you can treat us like a bookshelf. If you're very comfortable with your old print reference shelf, but it's very difficult to maintain a print reference shelf because of the time and the money that it takes to keep things current, Credo Reference can be that replacement bookshelf because you can open individual titles on Credo. You can link to individual titles. You can search individual titles. Just like in your old print reference collection, if you had a favorite title that you went back to over and over again, you can do the same with Credo Reference. You can bookmark your favorite title, link to your favorite group of titles, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We have a content collection called Real-Time Reference, which we've added just in the last year, in 2018. And this content is a little bit different than your classic reference materials. So it's not encyclopedia, it's not dictionary content, it's not fact book. Some of this content is web-based and available actually on the open web. This content must still face the rigorous editorial process that Credo puts all publishers through in order to be included on our platform. But what Real-Time Reference is going to bring your community members is currency. These will be topics, articles written, fact-based articles written and sourced about the items in the news that people are debating every day. We try to take an all sides approach, so we're going to be giving you nonpartisan, unbiased, fact-based background information on these themes that you hear about in the news every day, you read about in the news every day, just to kind of clear out all the partisan bias that's going on and trying to change people's minds. We're just going to bring you the facts and the topics and help you and your students make up their own minds. The platform has some special tools as well. The first would be a topic page. Topic page is a great place to introduce new resources that your library invests in to the community at large. So a topic page is going to bring together much of what your library offers in e-resource content, all on one topic, all on one screen. If you have end users and community members that are very serious about staying within trusted library resources, topic pages are a great introduction to what is available in the library outside of Google, outside of Wikipedia. I'm going to show you how to treat Credo like a bookshelf, how to open up individual titles, how to create customized title lists. We have a mind map, which is a visual search tool. It's great for brainstorming. It's great for finding concepts and ideas that you hadn't yet considered when approaching a research topic. Everything that you've come to expect in 2018 of a database is included here in terms of sharing, saving, printing, linking to, translating, embedding content. Credo reference contains a permalink on every single page. It is a chain link icon. This will allow you to link directly to anything that you find in Credo. We can also embed content, and that is if you are a LibGuide subscriber or if you work with an LMS like Canvas or Blackboard, you can embed full text content directly into those products. And with that, let's take a look at the live site and run a few searches. Now for public libraries, we have two base content collections. I just want to make sure it's clear with everyone what I'm displaying and how it might be different than what you have on display on your own account. We have something called Public Core, and that's around 820 titles. We also have something called Complete Core, which has about 1,200 titles. You can see I have Complete Core enabled on my demo account. Complete Core is made up of Public Core, Academic Core, and Student Core. So all core titles are in the Complete Core collection. Public Core will not include the Academic Core specific titles. So that's why you might have 850 titles on your account. I have 1,200 in my account, but I'll be demoing the content that I know for a fact is available in both Public Core and Complete Core. So you should be able to find all of the content very easily that I'm going to be showing you today. Now I'm going to start somewhere that your students and library users might not, and that's with your title list. But before I do that, I want to make sure you know that the Your logo here up in the top left-hand side of the screen can be customized to your own account. That is, for the most part, accurate. Unless you're a tiny public library that Credo has been purchased for you by your state, it's possible that you might not be able to change your logo. But you can always check with us, right, to support@credoreference.com if you'd like to update the logo that you see on your page. All right, so let's start someplace that your students probably won't, and that is when you click Browse, you will see the word Titles there. Click that. So this is your title list. In my case, this is the Complete Core collection. For many of you, this might be your Public Core collection. When I scroll down the page, in my Complete Core collection, I'm going to see 1,200 titles here in 47 different subject areas, offering a very well-rounded, general reference, general knowledge collection of content. When I run a search in Credo, these are the books as a group that are being searched. I'll be returning results on the article level from these titles and these titles only. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can group your titles by collection, by subject, by subset. And we're going to walk through this in detail a little bit later on. We're really going to dive into the content, and I'll show you how to find juvenile reference, and I'll show you how to find adult level reference. But before I do that, I'd really like to make sure everybody on the call knows that you can create title lists from this page and link to them individually. In my opening PDF, I mentioned a permalink. Every single Credo reference screen has one. It looks like a chain link. If I click that, I get a overlay page with a URL. Each of your accounts might be slightly different in the way you authenticate. So if any of you have a proxy, you're going to see your proxy prefix on this URL. Some of you that have library card authentication, you're going to see your institution ID. So don't panic if my URL looks slightly different than yours. But do know that anytime you click a permalink and you copy the URL that shows on that screen, you can place that permalink anywhere. And your community members, wherever it is, when they click it, they will land on this page specifically. The permalink picks up whatever filter you apply to the page. So if I apply a jobs and careers filter, I'm showing job interview handbooks and things like that, I'm now looking at, instead of 1,200 titles, 9 titles only, all dealing with jobs. My permalink is going to pick up the subject filter, which means I can now link to this 9 title list. And I can link it to my job A to Z list database page under jobs or something like that. So when my patrons click it, they'll be brought directly to this page. And that's the same with whatever it is you click. Animals, education titles, just click on that permalink, copy the URL and link it or email it, whatever you want to do with that URL, it will always bring your patrons back to that specific page. Go back to all titles here. Now, every single book is an individual book, and you can click on a link and open it up and browse it from cover to cover. 100 Greatest Bands of All Time, Guide to the Legends Who Rocked the World is one example. Every book has a table of contents page. You can search this title only with a search box. You can link directly to this title with the permalink. You can read a title from cover to cover. So if we start with the Dave Matthews Band, background information, exactly what you'd read in the book. Any images, you're welcome to right click on, copy, save, etc. You're also going to find full citation at the bottom of the entry page, available in 4 different formats. And more information about the book that we've pulled this article from, and the ability to turn the page. So what's after Dave Matthews Band in this 100 artists? Deep Purple. Background information, image, which I can right click on, copy, save, use for my research. Full citation at the bottom of the screen, available in 4 different formats. And the ability to turn the page. What's next after Deep Purple? Depeche Mode. Again, right click. So you have all this functionality, the ability to see the full text of each article, ability to turn the page, ability to use the images for research and education, ability to find full citations at the bottom of the page there. We're going to come back to the full anatomy of an article page in a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that coming to your title list and becoming super aware of all of the content is only to your benefit. Choose whichever title interests you, click on the name of that title, and browse through the content. Or link directly to the book. Okay, so let's go to the beginning of that page again, our initial start page. Now that I've introduced you to what is being searched with this title list, we can actually do some searching with confidence. So I'll run a search on climate change. So I've run a search on climate change, and this is my result page. When you run a search in Credo, you're searching 2 groups of content. You're searching that title list that I just showed you, the 1,200 titles. But you're also searching something called topic pages, and Credo has 10,000 standalone topic pages that are made up of Credo content. So it's still searching that 1,200 book page, but the topic pages are kind of preconditioned and pre-created. We're going to dive into exactly what topic pages are towards the end of today's demonstration. I show it to you at the end because topic pages behave differently than the rest of your Credo platform, and I don't want to confuse anybody. Topic pages will add in an element of federated search that simply does not exist anywhere else on the platform. So to keep things as simple as possible, we're going to skip topic pages for now, and we're going to come back to them. So as I scroll down underneath the topic pages, we get into articles. And these are the individual full text articles pulled from that 1,200 book title list that I just showed you. And you can immediately see one of the strengths of Credo. We are general knowledge, general reference, with 47 different subject areas covered. So if you're looking for climate change content from an energy perspective, or if you're looking for scientific quotations, or maybe corporate social responsibility relating to climate change, or how climate change impacts the financial world, we have many different perspectives and points of view for you to dive into. I'll open up an article. Now, we've already seen Depeche Mode and Deep Purple and Dave Matthews Band. We know that it's full text, including any images, which you can right-click on. The bottom of every article page, there's going to be a citation, and there's going to be the ability to turn the page of the book and continue just reading it from cover to cover if you want to. But there's more to the anatomy of an entry page. On the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a list of related content. This will help you make good decisions when it comes to doing research. We don't want your end users to think, okay, so I got my background information from climate change, now what? Do I just go back to Google? Do I go back to Wikipedia? Do I go back to Facebook and just ask my friends? No, we want to make sure that they always have alternatives. They always have fact-based options to choose from on the right-hand side of the screen. So this is linking out to related content to climate change from your Credo title list. And underneath that, we offer links out to the other databases that your library subscribes to. So if I click Library Catalog, for example, it's going to take my search phrase climate change and pass it right through to my library catalog. I don't need to retype my search. But now as an end user, I'm being given opportunities to explore library endorsed content with just one click. This opens in a new tab, and I can easily get back to my Credo reference page. This area that I've highlighted is fully customizable. I'm using a demo account, and that is why you see these 5 databases listed here. I chose them. The databases that you will see on your Credo account will match the databases that your library subscribes to. We can't just give access to other databases. That's not the way it works. We use your own authentication to continue the search in those other databases. If you have any changes that you'd like to make to the databases listed on the screen, write to support@credoreference.com. Okay. Now, at the top of every page, aside from the permalink, you have these icons here that will allow you to save for your session, translate the content into any one of over 60 languages. And if I translate it into, for example, Lithuanian, the content will be translated right on the page. And one of the neat things about the translation is that the translation will be picked up by the permalink. So you can see I've translated this into Lithuanian. Now when I click my permalink, you're going to see the language code built right into the URL. So if I have a large Lithuanian community in my public library sphere, and you have Lithuanian speakers that are not comfortable in English, you can translate content to them and then email them the link, fully translated. It is a Google translation, therefore you might have some grammatical inaccuracies here and there, but it's still a nice alternative for those that might not be comfortable in English. Next to the translation feature, we have an embed code. This is useful if you have LibGuides or Blackboard or Sakai or Canvas. It's basically an academic library tool, but if a public library does have access to any of these tools, feel free to fully embed any of our content directly into that other product. Then we have the ability to email content. Just put your name and email and all the different ways that you can email this to somebody. You can print to PDF or export to Google Drive any of our content. So if I download the PDF, we'll take a look at what that looks like. There it is, including any images and the citations. It's a long entry, as you can see. And there are the citations. And you can also, of course, export to Google Drive. That's great if you are a Gmail community, Gmail campus. You can cite or export to your favorite citation management system. You can also listen to the full text of the article using the read speaker option. The read speaker is only available when you are translated in English, so it will disappear if you're on Lithuanian or Spanish or Russian, whichever. You can also download the MP3 and listen to the content later. It does take about 30 seconds for the read speaker to catch on and actually start speaking. So do expect a small delay, but once it starts, it will read through in a little robot voice. And you have different options here to change the word color or the text color or the reading speed, slow it down, speed it up. Close it right there. Stop. Okay, so we're going to, make sure I close that. Move on, and you can see if I translate the content, the little read speaker button will disappear. Okay. All right, let's go back and rerun a search on climate change. So we've taken a look at the articles. On the left-hand side of the screen, you have an image of a mind map. We're going to take a look at the mind map a little bit later. But you can also filter your results by these different options. Collection, if you have multiple collections that you've purchased or subscribed to, you'll see multiple collections listed there. Filter by subject area. So if you're just looking for climate change and how it affects business, for example, you can filter by business. If you'd like to find any climate change images, filter by image. On the left, you have well over 500,000 images. And what we're doing is we're running a search on climate change and giving priority to any articles that contain images. So you can see. And then if you'd like to see the image, just click on the image. It'll bring you right there. Right-click on it, copy it, save it. Now you have that filter post-search that allows you to filter by image. But you can also search for images right from the top search bar. Just use the drop-down menu for image and search whatever it is you'd like to search for. You can see I did a search on Claude Monet and I get responses and returns for Claude Monet. Right-click on that image, copy it, save it, use it in my paper. There's my full citation and more information about the book that I pulled it from. There are my options to continue searching in the trusted resources of my library and all the options to save and translate, embed, etc. with a permalink. It's not just art images that we're searching. You can search for just about anything here. The human body, for example, do an image search. It searches all of our content for images relating to the brain. Right at the top of the screen there. All right, let's go back to a basic search. We'll just stay with the brain. That is super basic, basic brain search. You'll note the topic pages are now in a little carousel because we have more than 2 topic pages relating to the brain. So you can kind of filter through this list of topic pages. But again, we're going to come back to topic pages in a bit. We'll take a look at the mind map in a little bit as well. I just want to, again, focus on the filters here. I showed you how to filter by image. You also have about 1,900 videos and animations. 1,900 out of 3 million entries. It's not a high percentage that you're going to hit a video in your results. You have a very good chance of finding videos if you're doing medical or science searches. Our videos, for the most part, are 30 seconds to 3 minutes long. And you can just go ahead and watch them. They're fully closed captioned. Some of them have theme songs, which is a little annoying when you're trying to demo. So I'm going to skip ahead past the theme song there.
But sometimes he does such dumb things. Is there any way to get him to wise up?
Yes, but you're going to have to wait a few years because your teen's brain is still evolving. Adolescents are both smart and dumb.
There you go. Teen brains, spoken by a Harvard University professor. You get the idea. That's kind of what our videos look like. You still have all the features on the top of the page. Just embed it and link it and share it. Oops. That's what I meant to do. Filter, media, video. So the majority are going to be 3 seconds to 30 minutes long. And we do have a couple of outliers, which we're going to take a look at a little bit later on. You can also filter by date of print publication, if you want things super current, or length of the article, if you're looking short or long. And there again is your list of databases, which is customizable to allow your students to continue researching outside of the library's trusted resources. All right, so let's switch gears again. I'm going to run a search on Julius Caesar. See topic pages at the top of the screen. We see articles from our Credo title list. I like to do different searches and make sure we really drive home the point that Credo is filled with different types of content in different subject areas. Well, let's say you have been assigned a paper on Julius Caesar. You know nothing about Julius Caesar. You don't know military versus Shakespearean Julius Caesar. All you know is you have to write a paper on it. How do you brainstorm paper topics? We have a mind map to help your student do that. And that's that image on the left there. If I click it, it brings us right through to the Julius Caesar mind map. So a mind map is a visual search tool. We're displaying concepts on the screen. Every concept that you see represents a bundle of Credo articles. The bundle of Credo articles related to Julius Caesar are located on the right-hand side of the screen. So we've essentially done a keyword search in your Credo title list on Julius Caesar to find the background information to help you get your context on who this man was. You can click on different concepts surrounding Julius Caesar to open up new vocabulary words and new background information. So you can see how Julius Caesar relates to Marcus Cicero. Ancient Rome, Lucius Cornelius Sulla, Gaius Marius. You get all this information. I started with Julius Caesar. Now I'm on Gaius Marius. And when I take a look over on the right-hand side of the screen, I can get my background information on who was Gaius Marius. And now I can write a paper that's a little bit more narrow than all of Julius Caesar. I can focus on exactly how Gaius Marius affected Julius Caesar. I believe he was an uncle by marriage. Anyway, it opens in a new tab, and now we're back to my mind map so I can continue clicking on different concepts. You have the ability to export your PDF or export your mind map to PDF, similar to what we did with the article. There it is. It will also keep track of the different maps that have been the center of your search. So we can see Sulla, Ancient Rome, Cicero, Julius Caesar. I'll click on Pompey, and now that's Gaius Marius has been added to the list. So I can kind of track my steps, step by step, to see how I got. I went Julius Caesar to Cicero to Ancient Rome to Sulla to Marius, now to Pompey. And on the right, we've got Pompey listed, so I can get my context and figure out just why this guy's related to everybody else on that list. We also have a permalink, which will allow you to link specifically to this map, the Sulla Pompey map, individually. Out of that. And that is the mind map. Now, the mind map's really useful for another thing as well. It is great for helping students that are very gung-ho on a debate topic that they want to write about. And you'll see this in a lot of teenagers. You know, for the first time they're doing a debate in class, or there's something happening in the news that they feel very strongly about. And we've all met teenagers. They get very excited about a specific topic, but often they might find that they are lacking basic vocabulary either on their issue or on another aspect of their issue that might not support their way of thinking. So we have heard many different examples of librarians helping students with such a specific use case by going to the mind map. So I know that we have one librarian down in Pennsylvania that will use the phrase gun politics. You know, gun control is an issue that's being discussed on college campuses and high schools all over the country. So it's a very popular debate topic. So they can come here and find vocabulary words to help both support their point of view, but also help them understand an opposing view that will only make their debate more robust. I think that the Pennsylvania librarian had an assignment where she asked the students to find a phrase or a law or something that they had never heard of in their topic. Go to the mind map, find that something they'd never heard of, and then whatever they've learned, bring that into the debate. So it was an interesting way to use the mind map. We're finding things. I think that Gun Control Act of 1968 was one of the things that students found, because for students, nothing happened before 2000, right? There was no America before then. So it's interesting to see these kids kind of expand their minds using the mind map and learning about the history and historical context and all kinds of really neat information. So maybe your students, maybe your library subscribes to something called Opposing Viewpoints or Issues and Controversies or Points of View Reference Center. We went out, we got content similar to that to help support this very use case. We wanted to make sure that these students that are extremely excited about different social issues that they're just learning about as they mature into adulthood, we want to make sure that we have background information that will support their enthusiasm about things that are happening currently, like in the news today. So we've added that content under an umbrella term called real-time reference. So I'm going to do a gun control search. And we'll come to this page here. We have a topic page at the top of the screen. We have a mind map link. We have ability to filter by subject and media. We can open up any of these articles to get background information from our encyclopedias and dictionaries. We also have a filter called real-time reference. And that will filter out this super current, often web-based content that we make every effort to ensure is unbiased, nonpartisan, in a place where students can come get a just the facts view of a topic that is affecting them, affecting their community, and issues that will be prevalent as they grow into adulthood. So we've got charts and graphs, images of current politicians, current protests, to give them the background information they need to have current debates. So you'll find that little green tab whenever you run a search on something that's somewhat of a social issue. So I ran a search on gun control. If I were to run a search on, something I just ran a search on, Julius Caesar. Note how I don't see a little green icon. I only see all articles. But if I go back to climate change, there's real-time reference. If I do brain, actually maybe there would be for brain. Let me think of something more generic. Dogs. Maybe we will have real-time reference on dogs. Well, we do. Oh, rabies. There you go. So sometimes you're going to see it there. Sometimes you won't. Let's just see football. Not yet, even though there's plenty of controversy around football these days. I was looking for concussion information. But we'll see as we add content, there might be real-time reference. Sometimes there will be, sometimes there will not be. Let's get American football up here. There you go. All right, so that's what real-time reference is, and definitely run a few searches to find some good content in that area. Let's run a search on the Beatles. Again, showing you the breadth of content that we have. You see there's nothing controversial about the Beatles right now, so we don't have anything in there on real-time reference, but we do have a topic page. Now, up until this point, everything that we have seen from Credo, or when we ran a search on climate change, we did a search on, we looked at Depeche Mode and Dave Matthews Band. We did a search on the brain. We did a search on Claude Monet. We did Julius Caesar. We did gun control. We did all kinds of different searches. And all of the content that we've seen thus far has been taken from that 1,200 book Credo title list. Topic pages will add in an element of federated search, which means we will also see results from non-Credo resources on a topic page. And topic pages are the only place where that happens. So I'll open up this topic page, and we'll see that we have an overview article from your Credo title list. I can click continue to see the full text with the image. On the right-hand side of the screen, we're giving related content, related vocabulary words to help you expand your research. So if you're a kid that's never heard of the Beatles, and you have to do something on the rock and roll or whatever, you can see words like Ringo Starr and John Lennon and George Harrison and Paul McCartney, and you'll get more background information there, pointing to their specific topic pages. Once you get your background information on a topic page, you can scroll down and you can see images, videos, and results from other non-Credo resources that your library subscribes to. So the point of a topic page, get background information, set your context, get your foundation, understand the basics. Why do we know the name The Beatles? Just give me a little bit of background information and maybe an image. Then we're going to show off supporting information like images, not even necessarily from Credo. This is from ArtStore, if you subscribe to ArtStore. Videos from the National Geographic Channel or from the YouTube Educational Channel. And then results from the other databases that your library subscribes to. And our support team sets this up. If you have any questions or want any changes made, write to support@credoreference.com. So we're showing, for example, JSTOR. Let's say I'm 18 years old, never heard the word JSTOR before. I'm going to mouse over that, and I'm going to define JSTOR so that I know what JSTOR is. I know what to expect if I click any of these links. And Credo isn't defining JSTOR. JSTOR is defining JSTOR. So we took this content from JSTOR. We took the description of what JSTOR is from JSTOR, so that we're not trying to sell your end users on anything. We're just basically saying, here's JSTOR, and if they want to continue searching, they can. So they would choose whichever article they'd like to read from JSTOR. They will leave the Credo platform. They will land on the hosting platform, where they will then read the full text. This opens in a new tab, so I can easily get back to my Credo page. We cannot link to databases that you do not already subscribe to. So we're going to link up to what you already access. If you do not want YouTube videos, you simply don't need to enable them. Just let us know what you want and what you do not want, and we will walk you through, or we will do the customization for you, I should say. So we've got 10,000 of these topic pages. So if I click on John Lennon, that brings me to the John Lennon topic page where I get background information on John Lennon, followed by articles and videos and articles from my other databases. So those are topic pages. And again, you're going to find them by just running searches for whatever it is you'd like to run a search on. You'll get topic pages at the top of your result page. And you can scroll through a carousel, or if it's only one or two topic pages, you'll just see one or two. There's happen to be 4 in here. All right. So that is what topic pages are. And I did set them apart separately just because of that federated search. I didn't want you to think that there was federated search throughout the platform, because there isn't. So I want to make sure that you know that you're pulling from Credo's ebook title list everywhere except topic pages. We're also pulling from Credo's ebook title list, but also from other sources. I'm going to end today by quickly bringing you through your title list again. I started with a title list, and I'll end with a title list. This is a place where you can find your title list, and I highly recommend you all come here and just click on the different subject areas and see what type of content you have. I will very quickly run through a few subjects using the title contains box. You guys have access to the Dorling Kindersley Eyewitness Collection. I type in DK. Here are 66 juvenile reference titles and 66 different subject areas. It's a standalone reference set. Once you've filtered by DK, you can link to this collection on your children's reference page. Animals. Does a title keyword search on all of our animal books, and we have a very nice endangered species collection. Just open up the individual title, choose your endangered animal, and you're going to find background information that is perfect for those endangered species projects, data panels, and images. Title contains presidents for all of your American president reports. Native American reports. Fantastic content. Just open up the individual book, browse the content, browse the images. Get all the information that you need there. Back to browse, back to titles, back to title contains. Do subject searches. Title keyword search on subject, or if you know exactly what it is you're looking for, look for it there with an ASVAB search. Easy way. All of these titles are available to you. Dogs. Dog, I should say. Barron's Encyclopedia of Dog Breeds. Looking to buy a dog? I'm sure that this is a very popular title in print on your shelf or something very similar to it. Everything you need to know about potentially bringing a different type of dog breed into your home. Who doesn't love a golden? Same thing with, oops, let me go back to title contains. Cat breeds. We also have reference for women who are expecting pregnancy. full text of all these books. The women, if you have someone in your community that's just not feeling up to coming into the library, they can access these books right from their iPad at home on the couch. Don't have to go out and buy it, but still use the library. Teach yourself. Self-help for the adult. Anything from teaching yourself decision-making to people management to how to play the guitar to Eastern philosophy to calculus. All kinds of great material here. And anytime you apply a filter, you can link directly to that individual title list that you've created. The SAT, PSAT prep stuff, I recommend you just click on education. You'll see that right at the top of the screen, ACT, SAT, GED. Or you can create a customized list, SAT or PSAT or GED or ASVAB. And then just click that link and you have a little title list ready-made that you can link to of just your test prep content. So definitely come back to this title list, explore it, click on every subject area, open up these books, browse through the content. Have some fun with the title contains. All subjects. So you never know what you're going to find. A lot of really great content and fun content for everybody in the community. All right, with that, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to show you one final page. Go to toolbox.credoreference.com. Then click on the green box, Credo Content. If you have 850 titles, click on Public Core. If you've got 1,200, click on Complete Core. This is where you're going to find posters and handouts to help you remember the content that I just showed you. Print these out, hand them to your local teachers, to your local parents, or any adults in your community that are looking at starting their own business. Or in nursing school. We've got a ton of handouts that will help publicize the content that I've just showed you, and also give you some ideas of how you can promote the content and also remember the different titles that I've shown you. We also have 3x5 inch cards that you can print out, hand to local community members, hang on the shelves if you want to let people know these books exist in print or not in print, but online. Excuse me. Either as a bookmark, print them out, leave them on your circulation desk, on your reference desk as bookmarks, or just hang them up on the shelf so that your community members know that they can access this material from home. Just ask your librarian how. Thanks so much for coming today, folks. If you have any questions about anything that we've seen on or I've shown on this display, on this demonstration, please write to support@credoreference.com. One of us will follow up with you either via email, or if you'd like a phone call, we can absolutely schedule that as well. All of our trainings, all of our follow-up conversations are all free. We just want to make sure you use our product. And if you have any questions about how to most effectively use it, we'd like to know so that we can help you. So thank you very much for coming today, and I hope you all have a great day.